Okay, welcome to Multi-Net Design. In the continuation of our 4-bedroom bungalow we are working on. So in this tutorial, we want to just review most of what we have done and add one thing or the other. So let's go. So in the previous, we were able to draw the floor plan, which is all these details we put in order. So I think we quickly do the dimension. So and then this is the roof plan, the complexity, how the roof, everything form. You cannot know that this is two roof joined together to be one, and how the close part of this was done. So if you want to see, you can watch the previous tutorial on the channel. So if you are just new for this for the first time, so these are the elevations. So we got the front elevation, which is from the north, this particular one. So if you don't have the background now, let me quickly do something here. Like the background, just say graphics. So you change the background to something that suits you, like just say gradients. Or if you have any image that complement the background already, you can do that. So I'm just going to use here just to change something. So I want like something like this on the background. So I will say okay. So for the horizon, I leave it like that. So for this one, I'm going to make it more dark. So let me just come like this and say okay, just apply. So you can imagine the way the background looks like. So you can just like take some basic things around this place. And if you don't want this line to show when you want to do something, just toggle up this place and the line will disappear. Then you focus on what you are focusing on. So that's for that. Then this is the side elevation. You can do the same way. Back elevation. This is the right side, while this is the left side. So all these are normal things that you need to. So all these are normal things that you need to understand in the process of doing things this way. Now the next thing that I need to just like say here is the enablement of it to put on the sheet of paper. Like my own paper now have this one. So all you just need to do is just click and drag. So you can just drag the elevation. Let's just drag one elevation here and see how far it goes. So this is how you can just have your drawing on the paper for printing or whatever. So when you want to increase the scale, this is where you increase the scale. You click on it and you say edit. You can just like rearrange the fill, background and everything. So if you don't want that one, you can increase the scale from here. So what you do, you have predefined one, then you go to customize and you do that. That will be very easy, and you edit the scale to your taste and everything. So now let's quickly go to ground floor. So now I want to work on this a little bit, work on this one by changing the dimension part. So I'll just say select and say select all instances in this view. All I need to do is just to delete all. So but before I do that, then this is the section that I used to cut, but this section is not needed. You can drag it to fill your section if you want to, but if you don't need it, just delete. You can delete or create another one. You can delete it from here. This is section part like this, and delete, say delete section. So if you delete it, it's gone. So section disappear. Now that the section is gone, whenever you draw another section, the section browser will come back again. Let's quickly do that. So go to view. Where is view? Now go to view. Then you look for section line. This section. Then you click on it. So let us cut from this mid. So I'm going to cut from here now. I'll say go to view. Can you imagine the section in there? When you come back here to the browser, you see the section back again as that side. So you can now detail this section to your own taste by adding one or two things together. But we're not going to do that in this particular tutorial. So you can check most of the tutorial on the previous, how I do the trusses and how I get all those things together as fast as possible. You can do it by just converting the roof to trusses, and everything will generate itself and you'll be able to do whatever you want to do. So that is what I just want to do in this area. So let me quickly go back to the ground floor plan. The ground floor plan, now what I do is that I will just click on modify, then click on dimension. So my dimension reference, I want to click entire wall. I just want to click everything so that I will just get them done. So now we say width, and yes, opening width is okay for me. So by the time I select the wall, you can imagine everything click together. That one, you can get everything done at this level. Do the same thing here, do the same thing, then everything, every internal, external. So you just click them and blend them together. So where the walls, so you get it here, and you do the same thing here too, and you have it here. You can just layer this one after the other. So after you have done with this one, so now something is there. All these lines that are longer, I may not need to get them, but let me quickly do one thing. Just remove this one and see. Since I've gotten this one, you can just, let's say, entire wall options again. Instead of opening now, this time around you say wall intersection. So you remove the opening. So what you do is that anytime you select wall here, everywhere the intersection of the wall is, it will be given and everything will be open. So you can imagine. So this to indicate, so you don't need to be giving yourself a headache on how many walls, something like that. So that is that part. And if you want to now do the individual one, you can just like double click this one and say individual. So this individual will just allow you to know the length and breadth of the room. You can do that for yourself. So length and breadth of the room, just like creating them. So this one is a quick formula to get what you need to get. So now with the individual, now I want to do something. So by just I want to know the total length of this entire building coverage, or if I need to get the recess aspects first. So like this and like this. So when I put it like this, so you can imagine. So we do the same thing here too. So just a quick way of doing. So everywhere that is this recess are operating, you get them in advance. So like this one, length to end, you just select it and then you okay. So put it there. So now I have an issue here. The issue is that this my line is much, so I'm just select it and I'll cut them off. So I will just allow them to snap. So now look at widthness. Where is it? So widthness, these are the things that you need to work on. Extension line, widthness. So now just let's say fixed dimension line. You can just say apply. Can you see? So the moment you do that, this one will fix up to this level. So you can just like bring them closer so that it will not just like getting longer and getting longer. So that is how you do that. That will enable you to have this in place. It's a simple trick that you need to get and get the work done. So it will make your work more neat and make it look more professional. So this is like this now. You are so that okay, this is the dimension and not from here to that particular. So if you don't want, if you can just edit more of this by changing most of the thickness, the way the thing follow the pattern in which this. So if you don't want this slash line or something like extension widthness, you can change that. So the next thing you can do is this diagonal. So you can just like click here and say if you don't want this degree of what. So you can just like fill this with dot, or so I think it's using diagonal now. You can like just do this one and say angle. So when you do this is the form it will come for you. You can just play with anything until you decide to use whatever that is pleases you. So if you any kind of this will be done for you if you are just continue applying this dimension and systems to it. You can change the font size or the font type if you don't want that to pick. So you can just like select. So for anyone that you know that is okay for you, you can just like Broadway. So just click on that. See the way the little things prepare. So this is the way I'm going to leave it. Actually, so I'll just change you have the like this and you change the size. Can use the size to just say this and just say 1.5. so you see how small it is. So for your painting, if you paint this one to come out well for you, fine. Not just like test rendering, test everything actually. So now I want to do the steps towards this one so that the graphics of this will look more entertaining. So how will I do that? Just click on the annotate line and then you select line. So click here now to enable that. So what do? You select from here as is 300. You close this one to the wall, then you offset everything in 300 to the when you get it to the level where you want. So offset with copy. So you just click like that, offset, then offset. So those are the things you want, are the things you can do. Okay, with this now in mind, I think the graphics of this thing is in order. Now the quick thing I want to do is that I want to connect some walkway, because the more you do, the more you enjoy the graphics work of your design. So I just want to hide this temporarily, hide the elements. So I've hidden that one. So now just like connecting something from this using this pattern. Okay, so here now you just like draw. So this is how you just create a landscaping, a simple landscaping pattern to beautify your design. So what you do here is that I'm just like selecting it. This one is 3, just I'm going to click 3000. Let's enter. So my chart comes from here. So what do I do now? I select this one and I take it up to this level. So just say drop down. So something like this can be for the grant. So after you have done with this, so all you just need to do is to trim them so that they look more reasonable and beautiful. Okay, so here you can just like say, let's say annotate. With annotate, just like fill the region. So you just draw your box a bit, then you leave it. Then from here, you just click here and say diagonal cross. Okay, I think diagonal cross, you can use diagonal cross 2 if it's possible, or do the same thing. Just click and duplicate it so that you get your phone. So I'm quickly going to do that one by just diagonal this 1.5. Okay, I think I can use this one. Good. So this one, just write it on it, then just click it like get house, just gh.h. So that will be done on that level. So this one is going to be something as same. So what you don't need here is that you double this line by clicking here, say double the line. It's not 300 this time around, I'm just want to use like 100. So you double that line. It's done. So you trim accessory, you trim that. Okay, now you can now just bring down some annotated flowers. So quickly do that in this tutorial I'm watching through. So you just like annotate flowers. It's not going to have anything effect on 3D, but you can use it. You draw it that one. You can be using it and be packaging it for. So just a little bit to. Don't worry about it. You can just like think as much as you want. I don't want to do rotation, that's why I'm just doing them one by one, so that it's not giving me the evil stuff. And so like this now, you can just like establishing a little bit from here. So as I've done with this one, I just click here. No, sorry. I like from the other side and say copy, just go this one, flowers, just do it like that. So as we have done now, you can now copy this. So this one will give a graphics pure of everything you are doing. So just like select again, select, see. You can mirror it now. You like select everything, then mirror, so that they will like face each other. Mirror with copy. Good. So yeah, you delete the one that is not needed or you move it. So you move this one to some areas, and from there you can just be copying them too. Just select like that and start copying. Just say copy. So things like this we make is that's how to represent a graphics composition of your design. It's that every time you do the modeling of everything, modeling is good, but sometimes we need like graphics like this to beautify. So it's always going to be enabled on this floor plan. And now the issue here is that how will you now do it? That okay, now this is it, but you want to duplicate this floor, so that the floor will maintain, but all this one will not going to be represented. How do you do that? There are two ways to do it. You can duplicate entire thing, then later that one that you did, you let me quickly demonstrate that for you so that I will not be speaking too much English. So what will I do here is that this level 2 now, I'll just say copy. What will you do? You just say duplicate few. If you duplicate a few, only the model will go, all the annotate will disappear. Let's do that and test. So you just say duplicate. So you can imagine. So you have what does this one mean? This one means that okay, there is you have all the model you model, they appear, but all the annotates that you did, they are all gone. You don't see them again. So this one will give you a lot of problem. Now let's say you want to work and you want to build, except to copy, you select and copy everything annotated and go and drop it here and delete everything, all you copy all the annotated and go and drop it here. Why this one still you later delete everything you have here. But the best thing I used to do is that, let me delete this one or leave it. So the best thing I used to do is that I used to duplicate with everything with details. You see, everything with details, everything will go along with this one. So I will duplicate this one. So you maintain all those dimensions. So I will just keep this one as a part, then later now work on the original ones by deleting this one I want to delete. And so if you delete anything here, let us try this one. If you delete this in here, you will still, the maintenance of that one will still be at the second one. So now when you say select and you say select all instance in this field, where it is, select all instance in this field, and you delete everything here. So you know that there are no more dimension and nothing like dimension in this place. But when you come to this level 1 copy 2, you're going to have everything you have done still intact with all the rooms and everything still in place. So that is just the whole idea upon this one. So we have done with this one. That's just a little thing I need to tell you. The remaining one you can develop it on your phone, work on this. You can create this one to be just work and play with everything you want to play. So we are going to give this pages this manner. We have not done anything on the elevation apart from the last one that we have done. So this is how the building has been looking so far, and this is the quiet orientation of everything we have been doing concerning. So in this level now we have a ground floor without dimension. So we have another one that doesn't even have any annotate except only this. Then the last one, which is what contains all the dimension and everything together. So that's just a little trick we are able to teach at this level. So the section is there for you to develop, depends on your own idea. So thanks for watching. See you in the remaining tutorial. God bless you.